Good morning, traders. Jefferson Fossey here with Walsh Trading. Happy Wednesday, everyone. Today is Wednesday, November 19th. It's a couple ticks here after 7:45 here in the morning. The overnight markets just paused here in the grains. Let's take a quick look and see what happened here yesterday, what may have happened overnight, and what might happen here today. Please keep in mind that futures trading does involve substantial amounts of risk. Certainly not suitable for all investors, traders, or producers. So let's start off by looking here at the cattle. February live cattle here down 92 here yesterday. 220.85, getting a little bit of whipsaw here action here on with Friday's trade. You saw the 5 and 10 day moving averages make a bullish crossover here with yesterday's trade. They flipped right back to the bearish side. I said this in recent videos here as well. It's unusual that I get back-to-back signals like that fairly often. Now there's been quite a few markets here that have done that recently. But it's very unusual within the space of a day or two, or a session or two, that you get a reversal like that. 200-day moving average is still holding its support. That's at 216.53 here as of yesterday's close. We did get close to that level here on Monday, bounced up away from it, big bullish engulfment. Yesterday might have just been turnaround Tuesday, mildly lower. We did have higher highs, higher lows here in the fat cattle as well. Cattle on feed report here coming out Friday. Would not be at all surprised if the cattle markets trade kind of quietly sideways here until we get that data after the close on Friday. But on the other side of that, I also wouldn't be surprised if the market started making gyrating around as people try to guess what the report's going to say. January feeders here down 22, higher highs, higher lows yesterday. Still on the bullish side here with the short-term moving averages there. They did not cross over back to the bearish side. Stochastics pointing toward higher prices. You had what might have been a key reversal here on Friday's trade. Big bullish engulfment certainly with Monday's trade. Turnaround Tuesday didn't do a whole lot of damage to the chart. I think the feeders want to rally here a bit. But like I said with the fats, I wouldn't be surprised if they just kind of traded sideways here until we get to the cattle on feed data here Friday afternoon. February Lean Hogs. This was one of the contracts that I talked about here in yesterday's video. Immediately flipped to the buy side here with Friday's trade. Immediately back to the sell side here with Monday's trade. Monday was a Doji in yesterday's commentary, so maybe you have a sell stop down below. Yeah, Monday's low here, maybe around that 79, 75 or so area. Buy stop up above. Yes, Monday's high, well, they broke out to the downside here yesterday, posted the lowest close that we've seen here in this market. Got to go back to what? Well, April 21st, we closed just a bit higher than this. April 17th, we were a bit lower. So this is the lowest close here since April 21st. Bearish trend has been intact and in place here since October 2nd. Stochastics hooking back into oversold category. Fairly decent volume yesterday, not ridiculously high, but I do think there's probably more weakness ahead here in the hog market. March corn 2 cents lower here this morning after gaining a penny and a half here yesterday. Can't quite get through that 450 level here on a closing basis. Yesterday's settlement was 449.5. We did have an intraday high here up to 451 3/4. This did have higher highs, higher lows here yesterday, but that resistance is offering a little bit. We got to get through that here, obviously, before the market can keep going up. Consumption has been decent. Export sales have been decent. Export inspections have been pretty good here for the corn market as well. I still think that there's more bullishness ahead. I'd be hard-pressed to see us reaching all the way up toward that $5 mark, but I certainly think we can get to 460, perhaps even 470, revisit those May highs again, should this trend continue here. But yeah, I'd look to buy dips here in corn, at least from the way I feel right now. January soybeans down 9 1/4 here this morning. Yesterday they finished down just 3 3/4. Did have a big spike up here, got all the way up to 1169.5 before selling at 1153.5. Just over that, excuse me, 1150, big fat round number of even support yesterday, but this morning we're below it, also below that 5-day moving average. That's going to give us some resistance now here at 11.45 and a quarter. The overnight finished 11.44 and a quarter here. If we're going to make a little bit of a retracement level, you're going to see 38% retracement support here down to about 11.09 half. I still think the bean market wants to be bullish. We did get flash sales announced yesterday, some 700 plus thousand metric tons of soybeans going to China. That's good to see. It's about 14 cargoes or so, but we need more than that here over the next couple of months to maintain this bullish momentum here in the beans. I do like these markets from the long side. I think they're a bit overbought. Certainly need a retracement. Stochastic starting to hook back down here in January. Soybeans, soy meal's down $2.50 here this morning. After finishing down $4.10 here yesterday, they posted a new high here for the move, getting up to 330, 350, but faded back away from that. A little bit weaker here this morning. Stochastic starting to hook back down. You had pretty high volume here yesterday, one of the highest certainly over the last month, at least according to what it shows on the chart right down here. As we reverse direction, probably going to see a little bit more weakness there here as well. I still like buying meal here on dips. Short-term averages are on the bullish side, but the market is acting as if it's getting ready to retrace here, in my opinion. January soybean oil, after posting a bullish engulfment here on Monday, finishing 99 higher. Yesterday they were up $1.02, 52.50 is where they closed, just over that 100-day moving average. That's the white line here on my charts. This got up to a high here yesterday, 52.80. Overnight high has been 52.78. We're down about 52 is where they finished the night session here at 51.93. I like the market should hold support here at these right around these October highs, somewhere in this 51.90 or so range, I think. And if it can, the bean oil market is starting to get a little bit bullish. It's been lagging here behind the soybeans and the soy meal recently. But if meal's going to retrace a little bit, maybe bean oil can catch a bid and bounce higher. Chicago wheat's up 1 3/4 here this morning. It's the only grain that's higher here on my screen here today. Yesterday it was up just 0.5 cents, but big bullish day here on Monday. Mild follow through here on turnaround Tuesday. Posted higher highs, higher lows yesterday. Overnight trade still within yesterday's range, so no dramatics there. Short-term averages in wheat turned to the bullish side here with yesterday's trade here, at least on my chart. And I do tentatively think the wheat market wants to go higher. From here, you've got 100-day moving average at 552 3/4. That should, keyword should, be support level here. You've got 50-day average giving you support all the way down to 538. And KC March wheat, a quarter lower here this morning. Got a new buy signal here in KC wheat here with yesterday's bullish crossover of the 5 and 10-day moving averages. Could not hold up above that 100-day average, but today we're right back up above it here just by a tick or two. Actually, we're right. Yeah, I do like this market here from the bullish side. Volume's been dropping off since we had a big volume day here last Thursday, right before the USDA report. Tentatively, I do like the wheat market from the upside, like buying dips here in most of the grain markets. The other markets that I've got new signals in here today, copper is up 5 cents here at the moment, but the short-term averages are turning to the bearish side. You do have a mass of moving average support here. You've got the 100, the 50, and the 200-day, all kind of spread here between, 496.80 and 492.72. That's been a really strong support level here, all three of those averages. Well, those price levels, the 50 we haven't tested here in a while, except for today's low and yesterday's low. But all three of those moving averages should give us some support there. Also have a new signal here in the 10-year notes. They're up 2.5 ticks here today, but short-term averages did turn to the sell, back to the sell side here. Also getting a little bit whipsawy here in the 10-year notes. 4 days apart here on a buy signal and then off to a sell signal again. There is a Fed meeting coming up here in, I believe, the second week in December. But I don't know. I don't think they're actually going to change rates with this one. I think the Fed's kind of backing off that here a little bit. And finally, to finish off the morning here, the only other new signal I've got, well, it's gone now. It wasn't RBOB. When we were down on our lows here, it's down about 5 cents here this morning, 492 lower here at $1.8733. It was sharply lower here earlier when I sat down this morning, and those short-term averages, 5 and 10 day, were hooking over to the sell side, but no signal here as of this moment. Reversing direction from the highs that we made here last Tuesday. Market does look like it wants to head back down a little bit. Crude's down $1.57. Diesel's down here as well after having a big spike up here yesterday on really high volume. It's also lower here on the day by almost a dime, 9.5, 9 3/4 cents lower here at the moment. That's what I got time for here today, folks. Appreciate you listening. If you have any questions, comments, reach out, let me know how I can help.